Welcome to the Beyond the Bench podcast.
Oh yeah. What episode are we on?
We're on episode number 8.
Let's go. Hey, that's what they isn't it like once you're past 7, you're pretty good. Like it's you get through that first 7 and you're kind of like you're feeling pretty good. You're on like a steady pace, right?
Yeah, you're almost like quitting your day job to take over podcasting.
We might have to.
I feel it. We're close. We're only like 50 listeners away from quitting our day jobs.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So welcome to
good.
the 8th episode that we just established, number 8 of the Beyond the Bench podcast. We'll see what's going on with the boys. Cole, Chase, which one of you wants to go first?
I think Cole should start off with a bang. This guy had a pretty crazy week.
Yeah, I guess I did. I've been on a bit of a heater, I guess. Well, the weekend with the boys, we hit up the Saturday scramble on the golf course. Boys were scrambled eggs before we even hit the golf course.
Oh, that's even better.
Worst decision ever was to go to the bar before we even started and teed off.
What was your tea time?
It was 1:00 p.m.
Hey, that's pretty good.
We went for some morning Caesars at the local bar and then got dropped off at the course.
Right.
No way was it ever like an early morning start. I was about to say, if it was like 10 a.m., you're at the bar, I'm like, what bar would be open? And then I'm thinking, well, it's Prince Edward County. So, I mean, like, what could you
anything's open.
Anything's possible.
Morning mimosas.
Yeah. How was your round, though?
Not good. The boys finished 5 over. It was a 4-man scramble, so that was a little disappointing.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, You'll whatever. But
room for improvement.
And then following that, I was just enjoying my Monday afternoon. The weather's been great, and Walker reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to go catch Game 5 of the Leafs, and I couldn't turn that down. So we jumped on the train the next day and got downtown TO. What an experience, though! Holy shit! The people of Toronto were buzzing. And they had the towels on the seats. I was flicking that around, probably hitting people in the face with it.
Oh yeah, you're on the drunk train.
No, just Waco.
Oh
Waco
yeah,
was having a couple pops, Yeah, I'm just kidding. I had 2 on the train, and then
there it is.
Yeah, I had to cool it down after that so I could drive home after. But just a little buzz before the game.
I'm guessing you went through Union Station, just went right into the arena, or did you see Maple Leaf Square?
No, we just went Union Station, grabbed a bite at Jack Astor's, and then headed in. Got there super early.
How do you compare the atmosphere from that game to like the regular season game?
Holy shit, it's so different. Just like everyone, like
everything's different.
Even in the bars before the game, like you're discussing the breakdown of the game, the lineup, and everything with people along the way.
You hear everyone talk about it.
Oh yeah, it's such a buzz, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, like where are you boys sitting? What's going on? How is it?" You get in there, and everyone's just yelling, "Go Leafs, go!" Like, and then inside, before the game even started, like as soon as the guys touch the ice, it's "Go Leafs, go!" chant going in warm up, which was pretty crazy. And then as the game moves on, so then Tampa goes up 2-0, and we can literally hear people like, "Should we get out of here? Should we just leave now?"
Oh, that's
Could you
the
imagine
worst.
if they left their seats after 2-0? Because holy hell, did that game pick up and get good?
Yeah.
Even
the commentators are saying like the Leafs would have to get the next one, or honestly, if the Tampa Bay Lightning got the 3rd goal, making it 3-0.
Yeah.
I don't know. It would have been a farther stretch than before. So.
Exactly. No, yeah, it was good. I really loved it. And then, Mo scoring that tying goal was ridiculous. Like, and then as soon as we went up a goal, holy shit, that everyone was standing.
Yeah.
Each time, like they had the lead, like everyone's just standing the whole time. Go Leafs, go. But yeah, crazy experience that I don't think I'll ever forget.
Did you hear anything of what Spezza said in the first intermission?
No, but it's so funny because Walker's like, Spezza's going to go in there and ream the boys out, and then they're going to come out and play. And then sure enough.
Honestly, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, pretty crazy. But I can't believe they pulled it off. I'm so happy.
Did you
Even
get many
today, I was
pictures too
listening
there?
to
I know you sent them the videos, the
Uh,
freaking swarm of videos.
just the videos. Yeah, man. Well, even after the game, like we're just walking to the train station down the street and there's "Go Leaf, Go" chants the whole way.
Yeah.
Everyone's honking their horns, like screaming. I don't know. It was something you just can't. I don't know how to explain it, put it into a perfect picture, but it was awesome.
Like, it's
That's
the game itself, just being down 2-0 and in that scenario, and then coming back too. It's like,
so good.
yeah.
Yeah. How you boys doing? What are you up to these days?
Chase, buddy, what you up to? You go
Oh,
first.
just working at the golf course. So it's been all right. Just morning routines. Wake up at 6. Maintain the grass. Line
You sound
trimmer.
pleased.
Oh, it's fun. But hey, I got a tee time tomorrow at the course, and the course is actually looking really, really nice. So
Good. Good.
4:50 tee off. I think we'll go there at 3:50. And the thing is, I think it's a free range, so you just go there, hit as many golf balls as you want for however long you need. So no
Nice.
extra fee. But I'm pumped for that.
Not too bad. Yeah. Going low tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
Here, well, good luck. I hope it goes low.
Thank you. It's probably gonna shoot like a 98.
Oh yeah, I've been terrible. I've played like 2 or 3 drunk rounds and it just reminds me of, and then I played my first league game last night and my swing just so out of order.
Yeah.
I felt so good after playing at the simulator, then hitting Timber Ridge. I was like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
here we go. Just
I guess I played earlier on
hodgepodge
this.
there. Hitting.
I played early on this week at Flamborough, and I thought I was doing good. I shot a 97, and I don't know, it was the worst one I ever shot. And
Yeah.
there's one hole I shot, I think a 9, and it
Ooh.
butchered it. Honestly, it pissed me off because everything else from there was like, pars and
Yeah.
bogeys.
Well,
So
without that 9, you would have been inside 80 at least.
So
Yeah, not bad.
What can you do?
Dog, how's the trees treating you?
Good. I mean, it's not so bad now, but if you can see, my forearms are just covered in like sap. It's not so bad anymore, but
different sticky substance than usual, eh?
They tell you not to be touching the trees that dangerously.
Yeah.
well, I can't avoid that. It's great picking up a log that's just oozing goo out of it. That's exactly what I want to be doing at 10 a.m. on a Thursday.
Yeah.
No, it
It's
works.
right into his normal routine.
Obviously. Yeah, no, I've just been heading out. We've been out in the trees. I'm taking a boat out to where I'm cutting the trees down, so I can't complain with the boat ride in, and a nice way to cool off at the end of the day. So
Yeah, I can only imagine the boys just fucking ripping over in the boat. All right, like hi ho, off we go.
oh,
You
the
should
boat.
pull a trick on them one time. Just like dunk your head in the water while you're on the boat. Guys.
Oh, the way the guy today that was taking us in and out, holy, out right outside the no wake zone, full throttle. You got the trim all the way up, so the nose is going to the fucking moon. It was pretty fun. It's fun, but like today was like an older guy, so him and my boss there were just talking about the steel chainsaws that we have and how they're battery powered and how they're gas powered. So obviously I was entertained on the boat ride, but
Yeah, breaking down the stats of the steel.
yeah, I know.
Powered by steel.
Very different introduction for me this week than it was last. So
You obviously gave your opinion too on what you thought was better, right?
oh yeah, obviously I'm a huge fan of the stuff Steel does. It's the second generation battery, so it's lithium ion, which ends up lasting a lot longer. It's 45 minutes of cut time, which is actually pretty good when you consider it only takes like 10 to 15 seconds per branch.
You know what? That's pretty good for remembering what they said.
I hear it every time I go to someone. If a customer has gray hair and it is a male, they every single time talk about the steel battery powered. And oh, you use battery power? How does that work? I'm only on gas. I've been, kind of nervous about going to the electric stuff.
And if they're really Canadian, they say like, oh fuck yeah, man, what are you saying? You gotta roll into steel, eh, boys, Fuck them lithium batteries.
You have
And
no
that's exactly
idea
what they
how
say
he
up in the
wants to do
sticks.
Why don't we get into something a little more exciting and talk
Yeah.
about the hockey?
Yeah.
Moving
Yeah,
on
let's
from
get out of
sticks
the
to
sports.
some sports with sticks.
Sports with
Exactly.
sticks.
From twigs to twigs.
There we
Well,
go.
we know one sport that has some twigs.
That's right.
All right.
Cross. Let's go.
We'll talk
All right.
about, we'll pick
Barry
it up
Trotz.
off of our little news list here.
Yeah,
Barry-
Mr. Barry
Oh,
Trotz is
that was
on the way
so
out.
unexpected.
Have you guys heard
Honestly.
any buzz about like possible reasons why? Because this guy's turned around a team that was quite terrible and then took over Chase's Penguins in the conference finals. Or sorry, the semifinals.
That was the quarters. Oh wait, no. What are you talking about? With the Capitals or with the Islanders?
The Isles.
Islanders kept on beating them in the first round.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. It's
So
okay.
as far as reasons go there, Cole, you were talking about that.
Mhm.
So I heard this through another podcast, shout out Spit and Chicklets, I guess, from the pod released today, which is Thursday. So I heard this today. Apparently he said it has nothing specifically to do with necessarily this season, and it was more about the direction of the team was heading. So I would assume there's some disconnect between Lou and Trotz there. I'm guessing
Yeah.
Lou wants to take the team one way, and Trotz isn't. Not that he isn't okay with it, but he wants to go another direction with it, is what it sounds like.
I also heard a little bit of buzz that Trotz might get into management as well, which
Okay.
might be a deciding factor as well. Yeah, he kind of sounds like he wants a comfy office job now.
Yeah, I could see it. I mean, I don't think he's gonna get what he wants, I guess, at the Devils if you're talking like that. But pretty well every team is gonna want this guy, no? I mean,
Yeah, absolutely. If you have a defensive minded team or a team that needs defense as their priority, Maple Leafs, a team like this would be very, very well. I don't think it matches the Leafs dynamic right now, but any team that's struggling defensively, I think this could be huge.
Yeah, but what direction do you think the Islanders are trying to get into right now? Like
That's the part I'm not.
It's a defensive game is what they played, and I thought the Islanders executed it like really, really well for like the last couple of years, except for this year.
Me too. I agree.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know exactly where Lou wants to take the team, but like what you were saying before about maybe landing spots a little bit, maybe Vegas.
I think Winnipeg
Vegas,
is what everyone's talking about.
I could see Winnipeg.
That's what a lot of people are saying because of I think they're either going through a rebuild or a restructuring at least. No one likes to call it a rebuild. But,
yeah. That's true though. It is.
I think if anything, you may see this just brings up another debate. But Scheifele, if he wants to be on a competing team, I think he could be traded. And I think that's where the team itself becomes a whole different, either a rebound or again, a restructure.
Yeah.
And I think Barry Trotz is one of the coaches they may be looking at. So
yeah, I like that move if he goes to Winnipeg. They need some help.
Do you want to go to Winnipeg though? Like again, not many people want to go to Winnipeg.
Yeah, no.
Well, yeah, the tough part is obviously being a coach and just gotten let go. He can go kind of wherever he wants, right?
Yeah.
If
got pretty free range.
Especially with his expertise, like he has his own. He can choose where he wants to go, essentially.
See, I would say Vegas, or I like the idea of Vegas because they're sort of a borderline contender. You know what I mean? Like they have some of the big pieces there. I mean, I won't go into depth about defensiveness and whatever, because I'll be quite honest, I don't have the hockey knowledge you guys do on that. But I don't know. To me, looking at it with a quick glance and not really going in too deep with that, I would say Vegas.
You think it's Pete DeBoer? That's who's on Vegas right now. Right?
Yeah.
You think his job's on the line after this year, or do you give him some slack for how many players got injured in the year? And like, I feel like I don't think I can give him slack. I don't think so.
Oh no, I think I do. It was released though that Jack Eichel had like a broken thumb or a fucked up thumb of some sort for the 6 weeks he did play. Still put up I'd say 0.75 point per game average, somewhere around there, maybe a little more north. But look, Vegas was a really good team, but I also just think from a goaltending standpoint and defensive standpoint, they really didn't get what they wanted. Offense really wasn't there. It's hard when you got guys going in and out to find a groove.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was more a matter of like he was kind of just hoping he'd put his team out there and see what they do, and he never really got a chance to test their group.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Do you think the Boers' job is on the line then? And that's kind of why Barry Trotz could be an option. I mean, they've been through how many coaches since their inaugural year? Like this is
3.
if they do another one, it would be the third, right?
Yeah. Oh, I think the Boers the third.
This is an NBA stat, which is nearly tying Sacramento Kings for having a new coach every year since like 7 years ago.
Yeah, kind of as much as the Oilers too.
Yeah, that's true. Oilers have been shit for that too.
But do you really think coaching? Well, I don't know. Coaching does have a huge impact, but I think some teams really focus on the coach. Sometimes
they put a lot of blame on that. Like, do you think players put a lot of blame on the coaches sometimes?
I mean, I really can't speak for it because I'm not in the NHL, but I wish I was.
Would be nice.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too shabby. I don't know. I think a lot of it comes down to like who buys into the strategy, of course, that they're putting forward. And once you have the buy-in, like guys will do whatever, right? Like John Cooper's been with Tampa forever and has demonstrated a great strategic way of, being calm. He's a player's coach. They've done really well. It's a good segue into what I want to talk about next.
Perfect.
Yeah. You want me to take it away?
Yes, sir.
Hey, this might be one of those like grind my gears moments, but this guy's been lighting up the Leafs for a team that just keeps outplaying them, or like their goalie is not playing up to par.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
How many times is he going to be like,
so funny.
We beat ourselves, or the Leafs like did nothing really to beat us. It was just us beating ourselves. It's like every game they lose.
Like that's a thing. Since it's a thing you catch on, but it's not really displayed until it's like a Leafs playing them or something. It's the very first game of the season. If you guys remember when the Lightning faced the Penguins and they lost, John Cooper said we could have lost to an AHL team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
He doesn't give credit to the other team.
Never. And it's weird because he's a very good coach, and I know upstairs, like he definitely there's a reason why. I definitely think he's playing mental warfare for the media to put pressure on players by doing that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, of course you're gonna light the Leafs up, and then the Leafs writers are gonna say, "Oh, like this guy needs to play better," and blah blah blah. But I don't know. Just to me, like I feel like the Leafs, I want to give them a little bit of credit. Like they've played some good hockey here.
Yeah, I feel like he knew saying what he said was going to be like controversial because like in a split second, someone can turn around and say Vasilevsky played worse than Campbell. So yeah, like that, those are stats that are so clear as day. Like, but he knew that. He obviously knew that when he said that.
Yeah, I just don't see the same Vasilevsky I saw in the last 2 playoff runs.
No, I don't think so.
Now watch him go out here and get a shutout while we're recording the podcast. But
oh yeah, what's that stat? Like 15 or 16 or 17-0 now.
16-0.
Yeah.
Good luck.
So they just win Game 7. I just kidding.
Yeah.
I want it done tonight. I don't know if I trust the Leafs to get it. Like just the fact it's a Game 7 is what scares me.
Because there's one team that's moving on out of it, and it's like there's not another day. So
yeah, no.
While we're on the topic of Leafs of press conferences for the series, did anyone hear that question? You guys definitely.
Simmons.
Yeah, Simmons making the absolute stupidest question come out. I haven't heard something like that for a little bit. Like that was.
Yeah.
What do you expect to get an answer for that though? How do you like?
I think that's okay. I'll let Chase go first here.
Sorry, which question are you referring to again? Is this
Simmons was it Game 4? It was after Game 4 asked Sheldon Keefe, why would you start your worst defenseman in this building?
That was
something like that, similar.
I don't know. As a reporter, you gotta know some questions are just not meant to be asked or just borderline stupid. But I don't know. You should also expect a coach is not going to give an answer to that too.
Yeah,
Right?
my question is, as a reporter, you're looking to get something you can write about or talking point or something. Like, what do you expect to get out of that? Just him being like, yeah, Justin Hall sucks, so I put him on the ice first. Like, is that what you want to hear?
Just
Like,
got such a negative taste to it too.
Yeah.
Like you're a Toronto writer, you want to write a. Think about it this way: the Leafs go on, win the cup. This is all perfect. Whatever. They make it past the first round. You finally have something to write about that's positive. I think this guy strives for negativity, though.
Honestly, you know what's a better question than that? You probably could have asked why haven't you tested Sandin yet over Hall?
I think, yeah, Sandin's still injured.
No, he's been practicing. I thought he's been healthy now.
Pretty
sure
no,
he's
I
healthy.
think if anything, Liljegren would slide in.
I'm not a huge fan of Liljegren, to be quite honest.
I'll touch on that comment there because I really don't even think Hall is that bad. Like I know like he's likely not he likely is the worst defenseman. But we're also, if I'm Keefe too, every single game has came down to special teams, and Justin Hall, all he's ever done as a Leaf is kill penalties. So of course you're gonna put him in. If it's a special teams battle, you have to bring your best guys that are gonna battle special teams.
He's also a big body that can throw the weight around, which is Toronto needs in the series. I mean, they've got is Simmons and Clifford out? The two of them?
They're scratched, yeah.
Yeah, they're both scratched. So
regarding Sandin,
it's not grit, but like it's someone who can lay the body and take a hit and maybe rough him up if you need to. You know what I mean? I mean, as much as that's not necessarily a hockey sort of analysis, it's important in playoffs. It's important.
Yeah, it is.
So I don't know. Silly question. Chase would
Keefe did say Sandin is fully healthy. He's just an option if they needed him.
Yeah, see, I still don't think they want, like, not yet. I think if they were to play the Panthers or someone else, then that's when you want like a shifty defenseman to make quick plays, hop up in the rush, because it's going to be like a high risk. Where playing Tampa, they're big bodied guys. Also, this is like totally off topic, but Pat Maroon, I did not see him play once in the third period of game 5. I'm trying to look for him on the ice right now, but there's a possibility he's injured.
Good, dude. That guy just torments all Leafs players.
Okay, so I was at the Leafs game, okay? So these Leafs fans are asking the guy for a puck to get thrown over during warm-up, and he starts teasing them by, like, picking up the puck and, like, getting it on his stick and, like, faking like he's going to throw it over the glass, and then goes and shakes his head out. No.
Oh, no. That's ruthless.
Yeah, goes back again, grabs another puck, and like looks at them, shakes them off, goes again.
Oh, that's perfect.
Him and Bunting are going at it at the red line before the game starts and warm up. Jibber jabbering.
You like to see that?
Yeah. I don't know. I just wanted to touch on that Maroon thing quickly.
That's hilarious. Just tease. I mean, you gotta have fun with it too. He already knows he's probably the most hated guy. Or he's in line with like Court Perry, but I think he's more hated.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think he's
toying with the fans. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
But want to move
regarding that question though, that the interviewer asked, there's a way better way of asking a question, or can get more out of it rather than just asking.
Oh yeah.
Like you're basically asking a yes or no question, or you're leading in with an answer you want them to say. And that's that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Cole.
No, you go for it.
Oh, I was gonna say, you also make it seem like the question just makes it sound like Keefe's an absolute idiot.
Yeah.
You know, like, why are you acting like he's like some nobody who stepped in the last couple games or something like that?
Yeah.
Like, if you coach the Leafs for a couple seasons now, like, you act like he's got no hockey knowledge, and you asking that question, making him seem like that was a stupid choice and that this is dumb and that's dumb kind of thing.
Yeah. And Simmons has been around writing about the Leafs for years and years. So you have to know that this is a strategic move to put him in. And I'm sure he probably knows exactly what I touched on with the special teams battle, but it's just, I don't know. It is what it is, I guess, but the negativity doesn't really help.
Yeah. it's just something to fire up Leafs fans too. And
Yeah, like why make the job harder than it is
yeah,
in
Keith's
Leafland?
probably sitting there. He's like, "You've got to be kidding me. That's the question you ask."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, agreed. Do we want to move from our favorite team and go over to Chase's favorite team?
Yeah, we love Chase's favorite team right now.
yeah, dude. That had to be a turning point after that Crosby hit. Like, what, they scored 3 goals in 2 minutes right after that. Right after Crosby gets elbowed in the head.
Yep.
I'm not sure if you guys saw. There's no fine or suspension given to Trouba.
I saw that.
Although Darnell Nurse got suspended for just a high hit.
Head bunting.
But
Yeah.
Did you catch the replay of that? That was dangerous. I didn't like that play at all. And I think if we weren't in the playoffs and this Edmonton series is likely going the stretch, that's definitely a 5-game sussy in regular season.
I don't know, but that Crosby thing, I don't know. I think it looks like there's no reason to lift your elbow up if you're not going for a high hit, right? I mean, why have your elbow that high? It's a shoulder if you want, shoulder to the head. That's something that could be not a sussy. That's not maybe a fine. But once your elbow hits the guy on the head, like,
yeah.
What's your intention for being your elbow that high?
From my understanding, the stick got caught, which raised his elbow a bit. But then again, Crosby still ran into it. So I would say it's accidental. But if you're a referee with your judgment using that, it's still an
there's
elbow
no penalty
to the
on
head.
the play, right? Yeah, there's no
Still
penalty
an elbow
on the play.
to the head. Yeah. I'd probably give him a 2-minute minor for elbowing. That's probably where I'd leave the supplementary stuff.
And that probably wouldn't
The
have
discipline.
Scored 3 goals in the next 2 minutes after that.
Exactly. Plus, you see your captain go off the ice. That's really,
yeah.
I'm sure we all know that Crosby's likely driving the leadership of this team right now. So
oh my God,
he drives the bus.
His stat line, I don't know what it's at now, but before last night's game, it was 9 points in 4 games.
Yeah, he just doesn't slow down.
Yeah, that was pretty good. But even better though, Cale Makar, 10 points in 4 games as a defenseman.
Yeah, Cale Makar is playing some unreal hockey. Nathan McKinnon said he's the best player in the world right now.
He's basically the Connor McDavid of defense.
Well, it's hard to argue that he's not the Norris winner when he's we've touched on this before, but like he's basically a forward that plays D.
Yeah.
Like the numbers
that he puts up, that you can't take in playoff consideration, which is it's like it really does, like if you put Josi and Makar, since it ironically had a matchup in the playoffs, you could tell that Makar was unreal, and the stats prove it. But playoffs performance don't matter when it comes to Norris Trophy.
No,
but
that's fine. But he had a great regular season too.
Oh yeah.
Really did think Nashville was going to get one off Colorado though, but I guess Saras being out was just too difficult.
Yeah,
it's tough. It's tough to sort of overcome that or steal a game when when you're getting borderline Vezina level goaltending from Saros through the whole season just to get hurt right before.
Yeah, like your game model almost adapts to that, right?
Yeah, they're basically panicking with what goalie to start, right? I mean, like that's not something you can just have before a playoff series, and then after first game switch it to your third string, a rookie who hasn't really played much, and Connor Ingram, and it's panic mode at that point because you can't really trust your goaltenders.
Yeah, it's tough. Kind of same thing that the Penguins ran into with Mr.
The third string. Yeah, I don't
know, buddy.
I just think Penguins are just playing really good defensively.
They are. I just don't know if it's enough. I think Shesterkin he's gonna find the next gear.
You think so? You don't think the Penguins cracked them?
No. I mean, I watched their game.
Every game so far, the Penguins scored 3 except for the one.
Yeah. And I think he's going to make some minor adjustments here. I watched how the Penguins game. All it was deflections, deflections, deflections. So they're doing a good job of switching it up.
Gets the puck to the net.
Yeah, that's all it is. Getting pucks on net, getting bodies to the front, and then seeing where it goes. And somehow it's working. But I think Shesterkin's going to adjust, and the team's going to adjust a little bit too.
You think the Rangers are going to come back and win it?
I do. I already have a bet down on it. Plus
Okay.
280.
Only that much? Oh, okay. Well, was that before last night's game or now?
No, that was today to win the series.
Okay.
Did just between segments, did we want to do a little bit of a
Plus
break?
180.
Well, plus 180?
That's it, dude. That's just like a win. Like for like
Well, Crosby goes down.
Dallas
They got
Stars
the
or
name.
something to win the game or something.
Well, yeah, sorry, boys. But between segments, do we want to take a little break and come back in a couple minutes here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure.
We'll head over to commercial.
Sounds good, fellas.
Welcome back from commercial break. Thank you. Now, I guess let's hop into the Darnell Nurse hit. We were foreshadowing that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys got to see it, but I thought it was pretty nasty. I didn't like it.
I didn't. Was it like? What was the score at that point? Was it they were losing at that point? I think.
I couldn't tell you.
I mean, they were down the entire game until like the third, but I don't think it was a
so dirty, man.
critical game 5. Back in Edmonton. It's not something you want to even try and risk again.
This could burn them really bad.
And now he's out.
Just to specify, this is the headbutt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was questionable to say the
Yeah.
least.
Like you would know you're doing a headbutt.
Yeah, he knew exactly what he was doing.
I don't know.
For his head safety and the nose, like I did not think that was a great play. That was really silly.
No.
I don't know.
I mean, that it's clearly like a pure just frustration, just gotta let it out type deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's the wrong way, and it's a shit play for your team. I mean, if you want to be a team player, like Edmonton needs Nurse to be playing some pretty high level hockey. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Be on the ice.
I mean, if you're the Kings or you're Philip Deneau, I mean, you're good. You're more than happy. I mean, you don't love getting headbutted, but you're happy. You're under their skin. You're in their head, and now you know it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now they're going back to LA, and momentum's probably swinging for the Kings right now. So
I would love to see the Kings win. I really, really would. I don't like the Oilers. I like McDavid.
Yeah,
that's all I like about the Oilers. To be quite honest.
I want Oilers to win. Just another Canadian team. Make it a bit further.
I'd be okay with them winning to see a Battle of Alberta at some point in the
But,
oh yeah, that would be cool. That would be sick.
If one does recall, though, I do remember saying the LA Kings would be the surprise team to make a little push in the playoffs.
Yeah, I do. I believe hearing that at one point. I'm not gonna say it's fact.
I have no idea. Who is our odds? Didn't we all have a say of who would be the odd choice to do it?
Yeah, like our long shot for the playoffs.
Yeah, I think I said Predators or something, or did I say Kings? I don't know. Doesn't matter. But it was a long time ago. One of our fans, obviously, let us know when it was on what episode.
Tweet at us with the episode, and we'll get back to you. Maybe feature you or whatever. We'll figure it out. But yeah.
Kings are looking good.
I think
they're playing exactly the way they needed to play. Was Deneau against the top guy, Kopitar with another, shut him down, and then let those third and fourth lines go to work.
It's the bow of the grinders, dude. It's so funny.
That's what playoffs is, though. Did you guys not see Carter Verhaeghe had 5 points last night?
Dude, he's at 10. Oh yeah, 5 points. He's at 10 now, which is incredible.
5 points in one game.
Off.
He's involved in every single goal.
That's disgusting. Kodak Black must have been cheering out of his mind.
I was so happy, though. I was getting so nervous with Washington starting to take this series a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Kodak Black was bumping for sure.
Did anyone else see the picture of him and Bobrovsky in the room?
Yeah.
Really?
He
Yeah,
even
but
traveled to
Bobrovsky-
DC to watch them play.
Good for
Oh
him
my
though.
God.
That's good for the fan base though to have a
Yeah.
guy identify with the team. I mean, Kodak
He's
Black. Kodak
he's
Black,
signing
something
people's
great.
foreheads on the Capitals and saying Florida.
That's awesome though. That's the stuff you want to see. Playoff
Yeah.
hockey. You want someone like that pushing behind your team. And
I just find it Kodak
bit.
and of all guys is what we get.
Yeah.
for all the South Floridian celebrities and
Yeah.
athletes, and you're right though. For the one guy to be Kodak Black, you
Then
take it for what it is.
When he pulled mid-season at a Florida game too, and these guys coming back for the playoffs.
That is just
Kind of like, that's kind of like leading into the Dallas woman behind the bench there,
Oh yeah.
behind Rick Bonus.
Oh
what
my
a great camera angle. That guy definitely
She
got
was
a raise
there.
after
She
that.
was there like a year or two ago, was she not? In the playoffs,
way back.
when Dallas
I
went
think
to the
so.
finals.
Yeah, Rick
It's the
Bonus.
good luck charm. It's the two good luck charms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Biz. I saw Biz got in trouble for his comments on TNT.
Oh,
he?
did he?
Yeah,
Shoot. What was his
watched it.
comment
It was
on
so
it?
funny. It was, go back and watch it. I don't want to repeat it, but it was pretty funny. They had Charles Barkley on too, and he just put him in a standstill of what to just he couldn't say anything.
Yeah.
I believe the comment was something about double D's, correct?
Yeah, something along that line. Just I don't know. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
that
mean,
guy cracks me up for those live TNT things. Everyone's
I
just
got
so
him on
shocked
the-
what he says. It's like,
to be honest, I can't believe he's on live TV.
Me either. It's so funny though, and it's so I don't know. It's kind of nice to have a little bit of taste. I know sometimes he
Yeah.
doesn't say the most politically correct things, but
It's
it is
nice
kind of
to-
nice.
It's
Did
nice
you hear
that
what he
the
said,
hockey guy has
when
a
he-
personality.
did you hear his interview with Johnny Hockey after he scored I think a breakaway goal in Dallas?
What'd Sutter say to you after?
Like
Nothing.
nothing. And after the game, it's like, good game, guys. And just leaves.
Good game, guys. It's a 3-game series now.
Yeah.
So funny.
Oh.
Straight shooter for sure.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Yeah, good for him. The Flames needed to get going, and I think they're feeling
Yeah,
pretty good about themselves.
I've never counted them out, but Jake Ottinger sure gave the Dallas Stars a good run.
Yeah, probably scared them a bit too. The Flames.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing some great hockey.
Yeah.
Should we move over to the betting segment?
I think we should.
Yeah. For tomorrow's games, right? I mean,
Yeah.
tomorrow's games.
See tomorrow's.
Ooh. Okay, we have 3 games. Rangers, Pitt, Florida, Washington, Calgary, and Dallas.
Ooh.
So sad,
Ooh.
the Predators aren't there anymore. Right, guys.
Well, Chase, buddy, you've got your pick up there. Why don't you?
I have Pens ending the series in Pittsburgh. Right there, right now. Hopefully Crosby's back. Hopefully Brian Dumoulin's back. Underrated defenseman. Guy doesn't get talked about enough. Big key defenseman for the Penguins, but he's been out this entire series. That's the thing, though. That's always sketchy. Do you ever toss in a guy that hasn't played the entire series? And then, even for Tristan Jarry, I wouldn't even throw him in yet. I think Louis Dominguez has been, comfortable with the Rangers so far and what he expects. I wouldn't want to throw in Jarry. At that point, I'd put him as backup, but
I think you might bite your tongue on that one just because
I'd put Jarry in if it's a game 7.
Fair enough.
I think Louis Dominguez, I think you give him another shot.
Think about it this way, though. If you put Jarry in game 6, you have the ability to lose that. Then he gets one game for comfort level. Game 7, he comes in. It's a must win. He shuts them down. Food for thought.
Yeah,
You can talk about any situation, though.
Yeah,
Well,
honestly.
kind of tomorrow tonight? Or tomorrow night, or is it tonight? It's tonight. Minnesota Wild elect to go with the backup tonight, not Fleury.
They're going with
Really?
Is it
Talbot.
Talbot? Or is it Kakinen?
I think
Forget
it's
which
Talbot.
one got dished. I think it's
I feel like
Talbot's in tonight.
In Minnesota, are you talking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know if I call Talbot a backup with the way he played towards the end of the season. He's playing great hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He caught a
Agreed.
little bit of fire, to be quite honest, at the end.
Yeah, he did.
I think it's a good move. The guy's a really good goalie.
Yeah.
At least he
I
played
think,
really, really well with Minnesota.
Pens over Rangers aren't, you know, you can see it. This whole series has been so back and forth.
Yeah.
It's been, I would say it's definitely one of the best ones to watch so far
Pens and Rangers.
for playoff hockey.
It's funny how, like, I don't know, it's countless games this postseason. The series are really close. You may have seen it already. The series are really close, but every game has been like a blowout,
Yeah.
right? It's like, for instance, you have Edmonton is probably the best one, right? They get I don't know if it was a blowout the first game. I think they got destroyed by LA the first game, or like kicked in the ass or something. And then the next game, Edmonton comes in there and like wins 8-2 or something, or is that they at least won big, and then they won big in LA, and then LA won big 4-0, and then they come back and then I don't know. At least up until when the series was tied 2-2, the game's been blowouts, but it's like back and forth. So
Yeah. No, it's been good.
it's like
Yeah,
what is defense when you're up in a series, right? Just like let them have the next game.
Go ahead and eat. Yeah. It'll be a interesting night, I guess, around the league to see where we got a lot of game sevens or if we see a couple closeouts.
Yeah.
Tampa's up 1-0 right now, the end of the
I think
first.
the Bruins are also up 1-0. So
Yeah.
Tampa's also taking a power play into the second as well.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, but it is what it is.
We
Cold.
definitely as Leaf fans that we likely would be seeing in game 7.
was it 0-8 in game sevens, I think. So,
Yeah. I think the stats are tough this year. They go by, though. You get a very different team, I guess, dynamically. So my pick is going to be Calgary to win tomorrow night, and it's going to be under 5.5. Both goalies are playing red hot. I mean, flaming hot.
Oh wow, great plan. Where's it?
Jokes, but under 5.5, just because both goalies are playing really good. There's an elimination at stake here, so everyone's going to play a real tight game, and I'm feeling it. Might have to put the mortgage down on it.
Oh yeah,
I want to go too far, but
gonna put a farm, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can move into mine. I'll go with Florida. I have Florida to win in Washington. I also have under 6.5. I think Florida's going to close it out, to be quite honest. I think it's going to be a tight game, but I think Florida's going to close it out, end the series, and move on to play whoever.
Yeah,
but
they had a slow start to this playoffs. They were very like shaky, I think.
Yeah.
Recently they've really caught their groove.
Especially Bobrovsky had a little trouble too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The comeback cats, right, guys, was something that they're usually used to in the regular season. They did it last night.
That's crazy. They had like what? I think it was anywhere between 6 and 8 games where they were down 3-0 at one point and came all the way back.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But yeah, Chase, you kind of hit the nail on the head for me. Is they did start out a little shaky, but it does seem like they sort of gelled a little bit better, and they've kind of come together as a team a bit better and been playing the hockey they were playing in the regular season. So I'm just gonna roll with Florida and see how that goes. But yeah, we'll go from there. That's plus 223 for me. So hopefully I'll make some good chatter on that.
Last week the boys fucking smashed our bets out of the park.
Oh yeah, did we ever?
Time ever with the podcast, the boys went 3 for 3 across the board.
Oh, that's never happened.
No, this is a record night, record week.
That's what I like to see. Chase, look at us.
I know, right? Who would have thought?
Look at us. Who would have thought?
Chase, closing that gap.
Yeah, I'm closing it, the reverse of Bowen's record, but not for long. We're all gonna be positive soon. Right after tomorrow's games, we're all gonna be looking positive.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Bowen's at 5-3. I'm split even at 4-4, and Chase is at 3-5. He had a shaky start. He was 4-1 at one point. He's clawing back here.
Yeah.
Jeez, you were what?
No, I was 1-4, not 4-1. You kidding me?
Sorry, yeah, 1-4 to start the first 5.
1-4 to come back to 3-5 is all right, buddy.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's got the playoff, baby.
That's right.
It's that playoff bug.
Yeah. 2-1. 2-1 in the last couple of weeks, guys. I'm on fire. I'm a heater.
Yeah, here we go. Everybody rides.
Sweet.
Hopefully our picks pan out tomorrow. But I
Hope
want to talk
so.
about our shoot, I guess we have a pretty big signing down below here, eh?
We do.
Interesting. Jeez.
I don't know.
My.
Are we gonna move on to the sports world outside
Yeah.
of hockey?
Let's navigate
There's some
outside of the
stuff we
hockey.
can talk about there, yeah.
Holy shit. That's a lot of money.
I'd say so.
That is a ridiculous amount of money. How many years is this?
These 10 years, my guy.
10 years at $375 million to just keep on doing what he's already doing.
Wasn't
Yeah.
there already a
Like a-
comparison about his earnings as a player and then compared to this?
That's actually more than he's made in his entire football career. I've read.
That's fucked.
Yes.
He's going to be $37.5 million a year to talk about football.
Yeah, so I'll just read the headline for those of you who apparently live under a rock and or have zero social media. Tom Brady, that is Mr. Football legend, has signed $375 million to be a commentator for Fox Sports after his playing career is over. So that's not even like he's gonna commentate this season. This is just future considerations, which is, to me, absolutely bananas.
Yeah, I wish I could only dream. Like that's 10 years is like less than his playing career too. So this guy's making an unreal amount versus how much he played for how much he earned in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like it's
I wonder
crazy.
how much this deal will be valued by the time it hits year 7, 8 with like inflation and everything. The way, like, you know, like down the line, what this kind of looks like is 10-year deals. Like you kind of look at the value of the dollar over that time and the way it's going. Like it's kind of I think they definitely took that into consideration.
Yeah. That's unreal, man. I mean, I guess someone was going to pay him that, if not more. So good for him for securing the bag once again. It's not like his pro football career plus his endorsements plus his supermodel wife has made any of that money. So obviously this will finally help the guy get off the streets.
Yes.
Yeah,
If
no.
he didn't have enough already, he should have enough now.
Yeah. I mean,
And
good.
this is secured before he's playing this year, is he not?
Yeah, he's playing with the Bucks this year. That's
So this is already in place before he's even retired. Like, who knows? Maybe he plays for another 3 years.
Oh, the guy could play for another 10 years and he would still have to go commentate for Fox Sports with gray hair and a cane.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they put him every night on Thursday so he can go work on Sundays and spiel out every game.
Yeah, he spoke at the NFL and got him not to schedule Thursday night football for him.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be biased at all. He's just gonna keep on mentioning the Bucks or whatever team he's on. He's like, you know, they have a really good shot this year. Their QB I hear is really good.
Yeah. Yeah, what a deal. And for Fox News, I heard like Joe Buck and the other guy there moved on to ESPN. So this is a way for Fox/CBS to like stay in tune, keep the top-notch guys there calling the football games. I'm so pumped for football season to be back.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Everything seems to be shaping up very nicely.
Summer's gonna be
It's a
pretty
great time of
good.
year.
Lead in with a calm baseball, 3 ice, and hockey playoffs, and then you're right into preseason sort of NFL.
Yeah, speaking of baseball, lots of ejections in the last week.
Oh my lord, has there ever been?
Yeah.
I think it started off with the Blue Jays getting quite a lot of ejections on Manoah, or I think it was Manoah thinking that they deliberately throw a pitch at Donaldson. It was an 0-1 count, so he already threw a strike. Why would he hit the pitcher, or why would he hit the batter, right?
Yeah, and why? And then I saw the Vladdy guy hit the game before, and they didn't call anything.
No,
I get it's different umpires, but come on.
I think right after that, Manoa, that was in the 6th inning, and Manoa got kicked out, and I think it was Manoa. I'm not too sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the next inning, in the 7th inning, Bo Bichette was up to bat, and there's like I don't know, like a fastball right to the head. He had to dodge it, and I think that's when oh shoot, Charlie Montoya got kicked out for just commenting on something from the bench. Right? I mean, like it's like literally a headshot with a ball, and nothing happens to the pitcher.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. That was pretty silly.
And yeah, and with everything else, like there's been multiple other ones. Blue Jays is just the one example. There's been quite a few. I think even today there is it was bases loaded. I'm not too sure for what team. I think it was the Boston Red Sox actually. The bases loaded. It was a 3-2 count and a strike, which was clearly at like below the knees. They threw it. They called it a strike, and I think the batter just said something to the ump, and he got kicked out of the game. They have too much power. All these umps.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like, you can't even challenge that shit too. So
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
One thing I did want to bring up, this actually, I believe this was today or yesterday. Jerry Judy, does anyone in the on the pod know to him? Broncos wide receiver, drafted a couple years ago.
no.
So Jerry Judy is a wide receiver for the Denver Broncos.
Oh,
He just got arrested for second-degree criminal tampering with a domestic violence enhancer. I don't really know what that means, but I do find it quite interesting that Jerry Judy he is drafted out of Alabama, which is my team, Roll Tide.
Mhm.
But same draft class. He was actually drafted, I believe, a few picks before or after Henry Ruggs, who just got arrested before. I thought that was interesting. Same program, same draft year. Like, these guys went through it together. They were wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2.
From what I understand, Alabama's having a lot of bad reputation about guys going through their program, coming out and getting into legal trouble after their little collegiate spiel.
Well, that makes me question a little bit about the culture at Alabama.
Yeah, I do an organizational behavior analysis on the Alabama NCAA football team for sure.
That would actually be really good, an interesting assignment or endeavor. But yeah, I agree. I mean, I love Nick Saban to death, and I'm not blaming anything on him necessarily. But if you're him, you got to kind of take a look, or if you're the school, you got to take a look at what's going on, because
there's a problem.
That's 2 within the same year who have not even been 3 years out of the program or something like that. So I don't know. It's interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, something's got to be done. Can't be having that anymore.
I thought that was just interesting. Same draft class, same school, same everything. Very similar. So
not good for the school. It's not good for the game of football, and it's not good for society. Most important. So
agreed.
Something to look into.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just taking a look here. I thought I heard something regarding F1. Are there not 2 new teams or brands or
so VW has basically confirmed the entry of Porsche and Audi into F1 in the 2026 season. They haven't necessarily. So the reason for 2026 is there's new engine regulations, which should make it easier and more cost effective for VW to enter with Audi and Porsche. The only thing is it's not outlined how it will be, like how they will enter. They could be 2 brand new teams who are operating on their own, which is very unlikely, but it could be. That being said, it likely looks like Porsche is going to work with Red Bull to make their engines. And I think Audi seems to either A, want to be its own team, or 2, make engines for another team. That would be questionable because I don't know who they would work with. Although Audi did try to buy McLaren for, I think, $700 million. They put in a couple offers, and I think they were both rejected. So
If they were to be a new team, would that mean they have to come up with 2 new drivers and would expand the
yeah, so it turned the grid from a 20 car grid and a 10 team grid to an 11 team 22 car grid. Then on top of that, if Porsche were to be its own team, that would make it 12 teams of 24 cars. I don't see that happening, but I could see
is there a max limit when it comes to that stuff? Like how many contestants?
I don't believe it's necessarily in writing. I know at one time in the early 2010s, mid 2010s, there was at least, I think, 24 cars on the grid. So it's possible to bring it up to 24, or even I know Andretti Autosport wants to enter as well. So it could go as high as 26 if everyone was their own team. But what realistically looks like it's going to happen, because new teams have to pay a huge entry fee, like hundreds of millions of dollars just to be in the sport. And that doesn't even include your development in your own factories and stuff.
Yeah. So it may just be more beneficial to work with another team.
Yeah. So it looks like the Alfa Romeo Sauber team is looking to be bought out. I know Andretti Autosport essentially had the deal in place, except at the last minute, Sauber and the CEO of Sauber decided not to take their offer. So that didn't end up going through, but it seems like there's a couple teams about to be bought and sold. I know Lawrence Stroll over at Aston Martin, there's been rumors of him selling or being interested in selling, which is disappointing because, I mean, the three of us are Canadian and that's a Canadian guy. So it's kind of disappointing that come out of F1. What are you gonna do? It's a business. So yeah, there could be some huge implications in the next.
Would you want there to be more teams, like personally?
My personal opinion on that, it's dependent. I don't want another team in like Haas who are just kind of there. I mean, they're definitely trying to win, but they don't have the budget of the big teams and they don't really have the means to compete at the highest level. So they're kind of happy just being in the midfield for now. However, to see someone like Audi or Porsche enter with the backing of VW and the stuff that they actually really have and the resources they have, I would love to see that. I'm all about competition. I love seeing as much teams as possible at the front of the grid. I'm really hoping Mercedes and McLaren can sort of pull it out, even Alpine's maybe sort of on that track this season or next season. But the more teams at the front of the grid for me, the better. I'm not a huge fan of teams entering just to enter, but if you're entering to win and really put some money into it and develop in the right way, I'm all for it. I love the competition and I like it. Competition creates innovation, and for me, innovation is one of my favorite parts about F1.
Yeah.
So I love it. Big fan.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Also, one last thing, we could probably wrap it up after that. We had the draft lottery on Tuesday. We had Montreal Canadiens taking the first overall pick. So odds are, it's gonna be Shane Wright.
Yeah, and Tyler Cooley.
Yeah, I'm just curious here. What are you guys' thoughts? I'm not sure if you guys watched the video of when being asked Shane Wright about being first overall pick. He kind of was not humble about it, but he says that he deserves it. He's just saying that he's the one to do it without being, he's not humble, right? And I feel like that I'd say it's a very negative take to it, especially for a young guy entering the league. A lot of other first overall picks were much more humble. This one's just kind of out of the blue.
He's humble, but I also think at some point, like, he definitely knows whether or not.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he would just step up and say this if there was truly a matter of him questioning whether or not he should go first.
Yeah.
Do I think likely he was told what to say before by an agent or something? Yes, of course. But I think he's the clear number one.
Yeah, I agree as well.
When you are, and this guy's been trained to be a professional since the young age of like 15 or 16, being granted exceptional status as a young lad. So I think he knows where he's at, and I think whatever team gets him will be very lucky.
Yeah. I think, and then we have New Jersey second, Coyotes third, and then Kraken fourth.
I think Coyotes they'll crack someone good next year.
sign up to an entry level contract in their new arena. Woo! Would that be an amazing experience? Eh? Just go to a fresh new arena right out of. Oh my God! Would that be a dream? Oh baby.
Yeah.
The dogs will be howling.
Yeah. But I think we're pretty good. I think it's been a pretty good talk. I mean, maybe been
Good
shorter than
pod.
before, but
Next week I'm promising a higher energy.
yeah, we got some. We'll understand what happens with the series. Everything will be decided for round 2. So
when we speak next, the second round might be beginning.
I believe so.
yeah,
Likely. So we're gonna have some fresh topics to talk about. Have to readjust the picks a little bit and then see where we go from there.
I'm pumped about it. I can't wait.
Yeah. All right.
Awesome, guys. Well, thank you.
Good pod, and thank you for joining us on the Beyond the Bench podcast.